Hey everyone, Falcon Uruguay here. Gonna do another quick and dirty review today of a US MRE, and today's menu is menu number 2, beef shredded in barbecue sauce. This is a Sopaco made MRE, and it is a 2015 MRE, and this was produced on the 97th day of 2015. So let's go ahead and crack this open, take a look at it. Let's peel the seal open. All right, let's get that out of the way. And here is our little interior pack. Let's get all of our contents out. And we have our sleeve for our entree, our shredded beef and barbecue sauce, and here's all the information for that. Put that off to the side. We've got our tortillas, plain, and these were produced on the 14th day of 2015. There we go. All right. We have an accessory packet. We'll take a look at that in a minute. Our flameless ration heater. We have a hot beverage bag. We have some barbecue sauce. All right. This is for our side. Our side is going to be black beans and a seasoned sauce. And there's the ingredients and nutritional information for that. That looks like our side dish right there, our black beans and seasoned sauce. And looks like this was produced on the 63rd day of 2015. Get that off to the side. We have, oh, this is nice. Beverage base powder tropical punch. This is a much smaller package than what we've normally seen. As a matter of fact, in my last video, the beverage base powder was the fruit punch, and it was considerably larger than this. This is nice. Makes a lot more sense. There we go. We have barbecue corn nuggets. We all know what that is. And here's a date code for it, 77th day of 2015. We have, cheese spread with jalapenos. Let me see if I can see the date code on this. I know you guys aren't going to be able to see it because it's just too small. But according to this, this was done on the 344th day of 2014. So we have our MRE spoon, and here's our entree. Our shredded beef and barbecue sauce, produced on the 64th day of 2015. All right, well, let's go ahead and let's get our entree started. So before we do that, let me go into our accessory packet. This is an accessory packet A. There we go. There's the date code for that, 92nd day of 2015. Let's open that up and take a look and see what's inside. All right. And we have coffee instant type 3, freeze dried. We have our non-dairy creamer. This is different. We have Splenda this time around, instead of the normal sugar. We have our salt, our moist towelette, our toilet paper, and of course we have our dental gum. In this case, being it's in a red packet, this is going to be a cinnamon flavored dental gum. All right, so let's take our salt, like we normally do, and we're going to go ahead and crack open our flameless ration heater. Get this opened up. There we go. And we'll take our salt. And this is going to be definitely recommended, being that we have to heat both a entree and a side. Let's come on. I guess we'll open that up a little more. All right. Get some of that salt in there. All right. Yeah, went a little more than half, but that's fine. It really won't make much of a difference. So let's go ahead and get our entree in here. And we'll go ahead and put in our side dish also. Let's get that in there. Let's give this a little bit of a knead here, because these things usually tend to be kind of compressed into a block, and if you break it up a little bit before it goes into the flameless ration heater, it does make a difference when it heats up. I'm going to have to take this out here for a second and take the pad out. I'm going to have to finagle this a little better. There we go. There we go. Let's get that there. Slide it all the way down, and before we get it all the way down, let's go ahead and get some water here. Get some water, and we'll go ahead and proceed to put some water in. There we go. That'll work. We'll go ahead and close that up, and we'll put that in our sleeve. Get that to go into our sleeve here. Give it a little bit of a shake here to get the water dispersed onto the pad, being it's going to be in between two packets here. And she's off and running. So let's place that off to the side here. Let's go ahead and get our tray front and center. All right, let's take a look at the rest of our contents here. And we have our cheese spread with the jalapenos. So let's give that a good knead, and we'll place that right there for the time being. And we have our barbecue sauce. Our barbecue sauce can go right there. We have our tortillas. And I think what we'll go ahead and we'll do is we'll take the tortillas and see if we can kind of, put them right there, and that'll help. That should help warm them up a bit and get them a little more pliable. And that's continuing to cook off. Let's take a look at our corn nuggets here. So we'll go ahead and get our packet open here. All right, this does not want to cooperate today, so we break out our trusty scissors to aid in the opening of these packages. And there's our corn nuggets. So we'll take our corn nuggets and place them right there. We'll fish out our little oxygen absorber slash desiccant. Get that out of the way. All right, and we'll go ahead and let's get our, come on. Oh, these things are just not wanting to cooperate today. Let's get our drink ready here. We'll take our beverage base powder. Notice this is the regular beverage base powder, not the carbohydrate beverage base powder. So let's get that in there. And this takes 12 ounces of water according to the instructions. You can see right there. So we shall proceed to put in approximately 12 ounces. It's probably going to be right about there. All right, so let's get that. Get that a good stir here. And boy, you could smell that immediately. That is quite potent. All right, so we have our drink. We'll put that off to the side over here for the time being. All right, we'll give this a little bit of a wipe down here and clean. All right, now we're going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and forego the coffee this time around. So, being that this is just going to be a quick and dirty review, we all know what the coffee's like. We've had it before. So, let's see if our entree here has gone off completely or not. Still feels like it's going a little bit. But I do feel that the tortillas have warmed up a bit. So let's see if they're warm enough to be pliable to be able to not have them break when we take them out and open them up. Let's get our little desiccant oxygen absorber out. Now comes the fun part. I try to peel these open, and all right, that's promising on that one, but let's see if we can get these separated now. These tortillas unfortunately have the bad habit of sticking together and being very fragile when you take them out of the package unless you warm them up first. And I'm not going to say these are nice and toasty warm, but I think they're warm enough for the purposes of at least getting them apart and getting them ready. That seems to have worked. All right. Now that we have at least one tortilla, we can go ahead and we're going to go ahead and put some cheese spread on here. Go ahead and grab our scissors again, and we will proceed to lop off a corner, and we'll go ahead and we'll get ourselves a nice little all right. Give ourselves here a nice little bead of cheese. You can see this one's, even though it's a 2015, it does seem like this cheese is a little drier. Looks a little, that's pretty good. And it's nice and spicy too with the jalapenos. That's pretty tasty. All right. Let's go ahead and get this over here for the time being. Let's take a look at our barbecue corn nuggets. And as you can see here, they're either dried or fried. I'm not 100% sure how they prepare. I'm going to assume that they're fried and coated in barbecue seasoning. Let's give that a taste. Wow. They are crunchy. But very, very tasty. You definitely get the corn flavor. And it's it tastes like a white hominy corn. And the barbecue flavor is there. It's not super strong. It's not overwhelming. Salt level, it's got the perfect amount of salt. on it. It's not. It definitely would not cause you. It wouldn't be thirst provoking in any way. So very tasty, very tasty. Let's see here. I'm curious to see if this this is hot. The bottom is good and hot. The top, not so much, but we'll go ahead and we'll give it a try here. Let's do the tear here on the extra tear notch on the FRH. Yeah, that definitely did not go off because I just felt the pad here, and the pad is still a little dry. So let's give that a. That was a fail on my part, folks. That's pretty disappointing, actually. Oh well. We'll go ahead and, you know what? We'll rough it. I mean, the bottom part of this is definitely pretty hot. So at least I know part of this entree got warmed up. But you know what? Let's take this and make something out of it. Let's go ahead and use the remaining part of the FRH that didn't go off, and we'll use it to do our coffee. So we'll do let's get our coffee there, and we'll do our Splenda. Not very often you see these rations come with an artificial sweetener, but yeah, I guess that can be quite nice. If probably they did it for the fact that there's probably going to be a lot of sugars and such in between the barbecue sauce and the sauce in the shredded beef, and probably in the beans and everything else. So they figured, you know, it would probably be best if you didn't have that much sugar while out in the field, where you could cause you to crash. So let's get all that out. And then I'm sure that there's plenty of sugar also in the drink mix. So yeah, that would make sense that they would, you know, even though they only usually give you one little packet of sugar, that's still, you know, a lot of sugar to have to contend with. So let's get that in here. We can get it in our pack here, and let's give our FRH pad here another bit of a little extra water in there. We'll see if this proceeds to give it a second. So let's go ahead and get our side opened up, and it's warm. It's definitely a lot looser than what it was before. So let's go ahead and open this up. Just give this a little snip on either side here. There we go, just to make the opening a lot easier. There we go. All right, and then we have here our beans and you know, our black beans in the sauce. So let's get that out on a tray here. Not exactly the prettiest here. Oh, we goofed that up a little bit there. That's fine. Let's move that out of the way. And we got our beans here. Let's break them up a little bit. Let's get the remaining beans out of the package. And the sauce. All right. Yeah, the beans have definitely loosened up from what they were before. Let's all right, get the rest of that out. All right, there we go. And now let's take a look at our entree. Here's our shredded beef, and this is definitely, it's warmed up. All right, let's get that out of the way. And there is our shredded beef. We'll put that out here on the main portion of the tray here. Now, aesthetically, it is definitely not the most pleasing sight in the world. I mean, this looks like just a big lump of something here, a big mass of protein for the most part. But it does give off a nice barbecue smell. And yeah, it looks like shredded beef to me. You can see here, there's still some pieces that have enough cohesion where you can tell that was actually beef, but for the most part it has been processed. You could see that. Well, we got a nice little chunk right here of, looks like rib meat. Let's see if I can get it out of there. As you can see here, you can see some of that little white skin from when it's on the bone. But that looks like obvious. That looks like definite some sort of rib meat on there. Looks good. All right. So let's go ahead and let's take our tortilla here with the cheese spread with the jalapenos, and we'll give that a taste on its own. So let's kind of make a little bit of a faux quesadilla here and give that a try. You can see there are, give that a taste. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's really good. How can I describe this cheese? It's obviously a processed American cheese, similar to what you would find in a little spray can. And they just added some jalapenos to it. Gives it a nice bite. Not overpowering, not overwhelming. But yeah, that'd be nice. That's definitely nice. And with the addition of the corn nuts and the other components of the entree, yeah, I can see that works really well. Let's put that there. Now let's go ahead and we'll take a look at our side here, our beans in the seasoned sauce. Let's get some of it on here, and as you can see, there we go. As you can see, they look like probably not quite a kidney bean, but they look a bit like a red kidney bean of some sort. And sauce is pretty thick. Let's give that a try. All right. Oh, they're black beans. You got to forgive me. I'm sorry. They're black beans. And yeah, that's actually pretty good. The sauce, it just seems like they cooked the beans with some onions and maybe some peppers and stuff. And yeah, I definitely get the peppers, and I get some garlic in there and some onion, and there's a little cumin in there. But yeah, it's very pleasant. Those beans are very, very nice. I like those. Very good flavor to them. The beans are nice and firm. They're not rock hard, and they're not mushy either. They're actually cooked perfectly. I mean, they're very pleasant. They add a nice texture to the meal. But that's really, really good. All right, great. Let's try our shredded beef here. Let's grab that little piece, that little obvious piece of rib meat here. Grab some of these other shreds here. All right, as you can see, let's we'll focus in on that. Come on, I know you want to focus. And you can see there our meat here. We'll give that a taste. Smoky. I do say, though, now the bits that have more cohesion, these larger bits that you find in here of like the rib meat and such, does provide a bit of chew. I'm not going to say that it's tough, but you gotta apply a little more tooth to it to get it to break up and mush up. Now, these bits here, these softer, already pre-shredded bits, are very soft and tender. The sauce is a very mild flavored barbecue sauce, and definitely not overpowering or overwhelming in any way, shape, or form like you would. It's not that sickly sweet barbecue sauce you tend to find in most of these pre-packaged barbecue meals. It has a very nice, smokiness to it and everything. Very pleasant, very nice. Sodium level is just about perfect. You really don't need to add anything to this other than some additional sauce if you chose to do so. You can always add more of the barbecue sauce that's provided, but I think it's perfect just the way it is right now. I mean, I might add some barbecue sauce just to see if it makes a difference, but for the most part, yeah, this isn't too bad. Let's get another little piece here. Yeah, these little pieces of the rib meat are definitely a little firmer than the other shredded bits. So you do have to give them a little more. You got to grind them up in your teeth a little more to get them to loosen up, but it does make for a nice texture component where you're actually, you can tell that you're actually chewing up real beef and not the standard TVP that you would normally find in a lot of these entrees. It's not been, there's no, I don't taste any other vegetable protein of any sort in this. This is pretty much straight beef. And you can see here's another nice little piece of that. You can see all the little strings of the beef there. Let's go ahead and take some of our shredded beef here, and we'll go ahead and put some here on a tortilla. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and give this a little bit of a knead, and we'll add a little extra barbecue sauce on here. Let's give the barbecue sauce a taste before we on its own before we add it to the beef. I want to see what kind of flavors we get here. There's our barbecue sauce, nice deep rich red coloring on it. All right. Ooh, that's odd. Wow. Let me put some more of this on it. Wait a minute. Wow, that was an interesting little bit there. Hold on. Okay. Well, I was right. That is bizarre. You get the barbecue flavor, but this one has a bit of a metallic taste to it. That is bizarre. Not a lot of smokiness in it. You just get the sweetness, and you get, the tomatoes, and you get a little onion in there and a little bell pepper and such. But yeah, that's it's interesting. Not a lot of smokiness to it. So I don't know. I don't think it'll add a whole lot to this. I don't think it's going to add a whole lot to this, but let's add a little more here. All right, let's give this a taste with the beef and see if it adds a different flavor note to the beef or anything. Now, no, what you get the flavor of the barbecue sauce that they use for the shredded beef kind of colliding with this barbecue sauce, because they're not even close. They didn't even use the same type of barbecue sauce. And whoops, that was smooth. They didn't even use the same kind of barbecue sauce in both the entree and in the packet. So the flavors are kind of colliding with each other, trying to fight for top dog position, and neither one of them are winning. They're just clashing with each other. So the smokiness and richness that you get with the barbecue sauce that's in here is being overwhelmed by the bit of the sweetness and the I don't know, that metallic taste is really prevalent in that barbecue sauce. That is very odd. And it's not pleasant, not in the least. If you guys were to get this, I might suggest that you skip the barbecue sauce on, just completely skip it and don't add it to anything else. But yeah, that definitely doesn't work. Let's add some of the beans here to our little tortilla and beef fill here. Let's give that a taste. Yeah, that works. Yeah, that works really well. The earthiness of the beans, actually, in this case, because we had added that other barbecue sauce, neutralizes some of that metallic flavor that you get from the barbecue sauce. Adds that nice, deep, earthiness that you would want. Yeah, adds a little extra texture to it, with the beans and everything. The sauce from the beans is it's a very mild sauce, but it does work well with the shredded beef. That's a good flavor combination right there. Yeah, it works really well. All right. And because I know you guys are probably wondering, well, what if you did this? Excuse me, already thinking ahead. Here's our cheese spread with the jalapenos. Let's put some of that down on here. Let's get some of that on this tortilla. All right, now we've got our cheese sauce. This is probably how the guys in the field would probably eat this. We'll take our beef here. Make ourselves a kind of a field taco. And let's get our beans in. Let's get our beans in the mix here. Yeah, definitely a uniform color to all the components of this, except for the cheese. All right, so there's our little combo here. Let's give that a taste. Yeah, that's pretty good. The spiciness of the jalapeno cheese comes through. Now the flavor is a little lost of the cheese itself. Let's get a drink of this for a minute here. Oh wow, wow. Holy crud, that's potent. Man, that is strong. Even with the 12 ounces of water, that's some potent punch there. Wow. All right. So, here's our, yeah. Yeah, that works. Yeah, the richness of the cheese and that spiciness of the jalapeno does come through, which adds a really nice note to the combo of the beef and the beans. Yeah, that works pretty well. You don't get a full hit of the cheese like you normally would if you had, used real cheese and sprinkled it on top. It is a little lost in there, but you do get hints of it every so often. So I guess it depends on the bite whether you get a big glob of the cheese in there or not. But that's actually pretty good. Oh yeah. I will say it definitely will be a messy meal. Expect to get this on your shirt at some point. But, yeah, that works really well. Get another little bite of our, yeah, that works really well. That's very tasty. Well, let's see if our coffee managed to warm up. I think we've given it long enough here. Let's give that put this in let's get this off to the side here. We'll see if this warmed it up any. And it did warm it up a little bit. Nothing crazy, but let's pour it here into our... Here's our coffee. Let's give that a taste. Yeah, it only brought it to about lukewarm temperature, unfortunately. But those are some of the sacrifices that one must make. The coffee's really, really good. You know, good, rich, bold coffee flavor. Like Steve likes to say, it's not very little acidity to it. And I do have to say the Splenda, I think, works a lot better than the sugar. Actually gives it a sweeter taste without, you know, having to add a second packet of sugar. Well, that's actually pretty pleasant. Yeah, I think that works pretty well. All right. Well, that's my review of a 2015 menu number 2 beef shredded in barbecue sauce. And yeah, that works out pretty well. Again, as always, I want to thank everyone for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel and you know, watch the other videos that I've made. I've got more videos coming out here in the near future, so stay tuned. You guys have a great day. Bye.